Hi guys, I hope you're well. I know you are studying, so this is just to encourage you to continue to study. Please, we don't have any more time. The exam is already here. Today we're going to be looking at the Free State Prelim paper for the year 2023. Yesterday we did the Eastern Cape Prelim paper for the year 2023. And as you can see, in the Free State Prelim paper, they were tested on their question 1 on the statement of comprehensive income, which is different from what we saw in the Eastern Cape paper, where they had a full statement of financial position together with the calculation of correct net profit. So I want to encourage you to prepare on everything. Prepare on everything so that if the examiner brings either of these calculations, we can be covered. So I'll show you again tomorrow what other ways were tested on this question 1. Let's begin. I will not be doing everything, but I'll just be touching on the adjustments just as we did in yesterday's videos. Please, when you use these videos, use them in the sequence that they will be sent, and they'll be labeled video 1, video 2. So please watch them in that sequence so that they can make sense to you. Adjustment number 1. Goods are sold at a markup of 80% on the cost price. Discount for damaged goods sold during the year amounted to 14,600. So the moment we are told that goods are sold at a markup, that markup is my profit here. So that means my profit here is 80%. So I can come here and say 80%. My cost of sales is 100%. Therefore, my sales becomes 180%. What I then need to do is to calculate my sales. So to get my sales, I know that I want 180, and what I have, which is two figures, which is the percent as well as the rand value, is the 100. Then I multiply this by 1,845,000. This would then give me 3,321,000. 3,321,000. But I am told here that there is goods that were damaged, therefore there was a discount for those damaged goods, which was 14,600. Then I can come and say minus 14,600. That is after I have done these calculations first. So I can then close my bracket, and here I'm going to get 3,306,400. Then if I get the difference between my sales and my cost of sales, that gives me my gross profit, which is 1,461,400. That is your adjustment number 1. Adjustment number 2 was a bit simple because it says stationery to the value of 22,600 was used. The key word in this adjustment was the word used. Whatever is used becomes our expense. So when we come to stationery here, we know that our expense in this final column has to be 22,600. Therefore, the difference between these two is what is on hand. So if you say 24,684 minus the 22.6, therefore the difference is 2,084. That is what is on hand. Stationery to the value was used. Once we are given the used, therefore the difference becomes on hand. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one then reads, all right, the next one here reads, included in the amount of insurance is a yearly premium. All right, so one of the key important things when you're given that 10 minutes reading time is to know your time period. Okay, that is, when is your financial period starting? So in this case it's ending in February. So if it ends in Feb, it therefore means it began in March 2021, and it ends in March 2022, because it is ending in Feb 2023. And then we are told that an insurance premium that is a yearly premium, very important, a yearly premium. Yearly means for 12 months. A yearly premium was paid on the 1st of December 2022. So here on the 1st of December, on the 1st of December here, 1st of December 2022, we paid a yearly premium. That means it will stretch up until the 30th of November, 30 November 2023. So the period in here is the period that was paid in advance. And if you count those months that were paid in advance, I want us to count now. I want to encourage you to use your fingers as you count those months. So you are going to count from the period which is beyond this financial period. Remember, this financial period ends in February. So we're going to count from March to November. So you're going to have March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Because it says 30 November, so I count November, and then I get 9. So what I want here, it is 9 over 12, because they said yearly. Multiply by 5,520. That is now going to give me an amount that is 4,140. That becomes my prepaid expense. It should go to your income statement. It should go also to your balance sheet. In the income statement, remember, this is a prepaid expense. And once we have a prepaid expense, we subtract it. So I'm going to come to my insurance and I'm going to say minus. Minus how much? 4,140. And then the recording in the balance sheet should go to trade and other receivables, because this is a prepaid expense. Let's go on to the next adjustment. Number 4 reads, okay, let me just remove this information here. Number 4 reads, and it says, one worker was not paid for February. Okay, so that means the entire month of February, this employee was not paid. His details are as follows. All right, so we have deductions, then we have net salary, and then we have employer's contributions. I want to encourage you that whenever you see such an adjustment, in the income statement, we first record the gross. So you need to get to your gross salary. How do you get the gross? Because here you have deductions and the net. You also understand that if you have gross, you subtract deductions, you get net. So it means if you have net, you add deductions, you should come back to your gross. So in this case, if you say 14.5 plus 5.6, your gross therefore becomes 20,100. That is your gross salary. So that is the first step. I would come here now to my gross salary, and then I would add to my salaries and wages rather. I would come to my salaries and wages, and I would add that gross salary, which is my 20,100. Okay, some of you would have just come and added the 5.6 and the 14.5. That is very correct. That is very correct. All right, but I want you to understand that here we record the gross. Then the contribution will also be recorded. So I'm going to come here then, and I'm going to record my contribution. And how much is that contribution? That is 3,800. So I'm going to come here, then I'm going to say plus 3,800. That is what I'm going to do. All right. So far I've done adjustment number 1 up to adjustment number 4. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video. In the next video, I'm going to do this rent adjustment, which has increased by a percentage.